Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Brigitte Nielsen is a Danish actress, model, singer, and television personality who rose to international fame in the 1980s for her striking looks, towering height, and bold personality. Born on July 15, 1963, in Rødovre, Denmark, Nielsen began her career as a fashion model before transitioning into film and television, where she became one of the most recognizable European stars of her era. Early life and modeling career. Brigitte Nielsen was born Gitte Nielsen and grew up in a modest Danish household. Her statuesque figure, standing nearly 6 feet tall, made her a natural fit for modeling. She moved to Italy in her late teens to pursue work in fashion and quickly gained attention, posing for renowned photographers and appearing in magazines across Europe. Her striking platinum blonde hair and commanding presence made her stand out in a competitive industry. Hollywood breakthrough. Nielsen's transition from modeling to acting came in the mid-1980s when she was cast in Red Sonja, 1985, opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger. Her portrayal of the fierce, sword-wielding heroine established her as a new kind of female action star, tough, glamorous, and unapologetically powerful. That same year, she married action star Sylvester Stallone, one of Hollywood's biggest names, which brought her even more media attention. The two appeared together in Rocky IV, 1985, and Cobra, 1986, cementing Nielsen's place in pop culture. Career expansion and public persona. After her high-profile marriage to Stallone ended in 1987, Nielsen continued acting in both American and European productions, including Beverly Hills Cop 2, 1987, and Domino, 1988. She also ventured into music, releasing the album Everybody Tells a Story, 1987, which showcased her interest in pop and dance music. Nielsen's career later shifted toward television, where her outspoken and charismatic personality made her a favorite on reality shows. She appeared in The Surreal Life, Strange Love with rapper Flavor Flav, and European programs such as Celebrity Big Brother and La Ferme Célébrités. These appearances reinvented her public image and introduced her to a new generation of fans. Personal life and legacy. Brigitte Nielsen's personal life has often been as headline-grabbing as her career. She has been married multiple times and is the mother of 5 children. In 2018, at age 54, she gave birth to her youngest daughter, Frida, making international news and inspiring discussions about motherhood and age. Despite personal struggles, including battles with alcoholism and periods of career decline, Nielsen has shown remarkable resilience. She has spoken openly about her experiences, turning her life story into one of reinvention and self-empowerment. Later career and cultural impact. In recent years, Nielsen returned to acting, reprising her role as Ludmilla Drago in Creed II, 2018, the sequel to Rocky IV. Her performance was widely praised for its emotional depth and nostalgic power. She continues to make public appearances, often celebrating body positivity, confidence, and individuality. Brigitte Nielsen remains a symbol of strength and transformation, a woman who defied Hollywood's expectations and survived the pressures of fame on her own terms. Her combination of beauty, courage, and audacity has made her an enduring icon in both European and American pop culture. Relationships and personal life. Brigitte Nielsen's personal life has long fascinated the public, partly because of her openness and the high-profile nature of her relationships. Her marriage to Sylvester Stallone, 1985 to 1987, was one of the most talked-about unions of the decade. The two met while filming Rocky IV and quickly became a media sensation, an embodiment of 1980s glamour and excess. Their relationship, however, was turbulent and short-lived, ending in a highly publicized divorce that Nielsen later described as an overwhelming experience for a young woman suddenly thrust into global fame. After her split from Stallone, Nielsen had relationships with several well-known figures, including football star Mark Gastineau, with whom she had a son, Killian. In the early 2000s, she began a surprising and memorable romance with rapper Flavor Flav after they appeared together on VH1's The Surreal Life. Their chemistry and unusual pairing captivated audiences and led to the spin-off series Strange Love, 2005, which became a pop culture talking point. Nielsen has been married 5 times. Her 5th husband, Italian model Mattia Desi, whom she wed in 2006, has been her most enduring partner. Despite a significant age difference, the couple has maintained a stable and supportive relationship. In 2018, at age 54, Nielsen gave birth to their daughter, Frida, a rare and inspiring event that she described as a miracle. Her story resonated with women around the world as an example of later-life motherhood and personal fulfillment. Reality television and reinvention. While Nielsen's film career slowed in the 1990s, she experienced a remarkable comeback in the 2000s through reality television. Her candidness and sense of humor made her an instant favorite on shows like The Surreal Life, 2004, where she revealed a more down-to-earth and self-aware side of herself. She later appeared on European reality shows, including Big Brother VIP, Italy, Ich bin ein Star, Holt mich hier raus, the German version of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and La Talpa. These appearances showcased her charisma and resilience, solidifying her as a beloved and sometimes eccentric television figure across multiple countries. Nielsen also participated in Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, 2008, where she openly discussed her struggles with alcohol addiction and her efforts to rebuild her life. Her honesty and vulnerability in sharing her recovery journey earned her respect and admiration from both fans and critics. Acting legacy and filmography highlights. Brigitte Nielsen's acting career spans a diverse range of roles across action, comedy, and drama. Her most iconic performances include Red Sonja, 1985, her breakout role as the fierce warrior, which remains a cult classic; Rocky IV, 1985, as Ludmila Drago, the stoic and imposing wife of boxer Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren; Cobra, 1986, playing the model Ingrid Knudsen opposite Stallone in this gritty action thriller; Beverly Hills Cop 2, 1987, portraying the sleek and dangerous villainess Carla Fry; Creed 2, 2018, a poignant return to her Rocky Universe role, offering a mature, reflective take on Ludmilla decades later. She also appeared in numerous European films and television projects, becoming a familiar face in Italy, Germany, and the UK. Cultural influence and legacy. Brigitte Nielsen's influence extends beyond film and television. She became a symbol of 1980s style, tall, blonde, confident, and unapologetically bold. Her commanding beauty and statuesque presence redefined femininity in action cinema, paving the way for future strong female leads. Her life story, marked by fame, scandal, struggle, and reinvention, has made her a fascinating and enduring figure in popular culture. She embodies both the glamour and vulnerability of celebrity, and her willingness to share her personal evolution has inspired many. In recent years, Nielsen has embraced a new chapter as a devoted mother, wellness advocate, and occasional actress. She continues to make public appearances, speak about her recovery and self-discovery, and maintain an active presence on social media, where she often promotes body confidence and empowerment. From a young Danish model to an international film star, and finally a woman who has found peace and balance later in life. Brigitte Nielsen remains a symbol of transformation and resilience, a reminder that reinvention is always possible. European career and international recognition. After her peak Hollywood years in the 1980s, Brigitte Nielsen found a welcoming home in European entertainment, where she reinvented herself yet again. Fluent in several languages, including Danish, English, Italian, and German, she built a remarkably diverse career across film, television, and music on the continent. In Italy, Nielsen became a popular media personality, appearing on talk shows, variety programs, and reality competitions. Her bold humor, confidence, and glamorous persona made her a favorite among European audiences who appreciated her candor and larger-than-life spirit. She starred in Italian TV movies and hosted programs such as Festival and Giorno per Giorno. Her appearances often celebrated her dual identity as both a Hollywood icon and an adopted European celebrity. In Germany, she gained a devoted following for her participation in television projects and entertainment programs. Her appearances on shows like Ich bin ein Star, Holt mich hier raus, the German version of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, revealed a warm, humorous side that contrasted sharply with her Ice Queen image from the 1980s. Audiences admired her authenticity and courage, particularly her openness about personal struggles and her journey to self-acceptance. Music career. Though less known than her acting, Brigitte Nielsen's foray into music added another fascinating layer to her multifaceted career. In 1987, she released her debut album, Everybody Tells a Story, which included pop and dance tracks that reflected the synth-driven sound of the era. The album, though modestly received, gained her a following in parts of Europe. Nielsen also recorded songs in multiple languages and occasionally collaborated with other artists, showing her willingness to experiment beyond her comfort zone. Her deep, husky voice and commanding performance style lent her music a distinctive character that mirrored her on-screen presence, bold, unfiltered, and unapologetically individual. Image, style, and media perception. From the beginning, Brigitte Nielsen was impossible to ignore. Her platinum blonde hair, statuesque frame, and sharp Scandinavian beauty made her a fashion icon in the 1980s. She graced countless magazine covers, from Vogue to Elle, often described as a Viking goddess of cinema. Her look, athletic, elegant, and slightly intimidating, challenged traditional Hollywood standards for women at the time. Her height and commanding demeanor allowed her to stand toe-to-toe with male action stars, creating a new archetype of strength and glamour. Decades later, that same image has influenced designers, pop stars, and even filmmakers who cite Nielsen's aesthetic as an emblem of 1980s excess and empowerment. While the tabloid press often sensationalized her relationships and personal challenges, Nielsen ultimately took control of her narrative. Through candid interviews and television appearances, she redefined herself not as a fallen star but as a survivor, a woman who embraced her imperfections and learned to grow from them. Later years and continued career. The late 2010s and 2020s marked a mature, reflective period in Brigitte Nielsen's life. Her return to Hollywood with Creed II, 2018, was both a professional and emotional milestone. Revisiting her character Ludmilla Drago more than 30 years later allowed her to bring depth and humanity to a role once seen as purely cold and distant. Critics and audiences praised her performance, noting that Nielsen delivered one of her most nuanced portrayals to date. Beyond acting, Nielsen has continued to engage with fans through social media, interviews, and appearances at film conventions and retrospectives. She has spoken about topics such as ageism in Hollywood, recovery from addiction, motherhood, and mental health, positioning herself as a voice of resilience and reinvention. Legacy. Brigitte Nielsen's legacy transcends her filmography. She remains a symbol of transformation, a woman who has lived multiple lives, each marked by courage and self-discovery. From model to movie star, from public scandal to personal redemption, her story reflects the complexities of fame and the human capacity to evolve. Today, Nielsen is admired not only for her beauty and talent but for her honesty and strength. She stands as an example of perseverance in an industry that often discards women after their youth fades. Through every reinvention, she has remained authentically herself, bold, outspoken, and unapologetically alive. Detailed filmography and career highlights. Brigitte Nielsen's film career spans decades and continents, blending Hollywood action blockbusters, European dramas, and independent projects. Though her name is most often associated with 1980s cinema, she has continually found ways to return to the screen, proving her enduring appeal and versatility. 1980s. The breakthrough years. The 1980s were the golden era of Brigitte Nielsen's stardom. She became a defining face of the decade's cinematic and cultural landscape. Red Sonja, 1985, Nielsen's debut film, remains her most iconic. Cast as the fierce warrior Red Sonja, she embodied physical power and beauty with striking confidence. The film's cult status has only grown, and her performance is often cited as an early example of a strong female action hero in mainstream cinema. Rocky IV, 1985, playing Lyudmila Drago, the icy and composed wife of Soviet boxer Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren, Nielsen became a symbol of Cold War-era glamour and intimidation. Her brief but memorable performance left a lasting impression on fans of the franchise. Cobra, 1986, reuniting with then-husband Sylvester Stallone, Nielsen portrayed model Ingrid Knudsen, the target of a violent cult. The film's neo-noir style and gritty tone became a cult favorite, and Nielsen's glamorous yet vulnerable performance balanced the film's brutal action. Beverly Hills Cop 2, 1987, in Tony Scott's hit sequel, she played Carla Fry, a stylish and ruthless villainess opposite Eddie Murphy. Her role added a touch of sophistication and menace to the comedy-action mix. Domino, 1988, a lesser-known European thriller that showcased Nielsen in a more serious dramatic role, proving she could carry a film outside of Hollywood spectacle. 1990s, transition and European focus. During the 1990s, Nielsen's career shifted toward European productions as she explored new creative opportunities outside the Hollywood spotlight. She appeared in a mix of Italian and German television films, such as Fantaghiro 2, 1992, and Cave of the Golden Rose series, where she played the Black Witch, a role that made her a cult favorite among European fantasy fans. Her magnetic performance and theatrical flair turned her character into a beloved villain in the series. Nielsen also acted in films like Mission of Justice, 1992, and Galaxis, 1995. Continuing her association with action and science fiction genres. 2000s, reality television stardom and personal rebirth. The 2000s marked a pivotal phase in Nielsen's career. Reality television offered her a platform to reintroduce herself to a global audience, not as a distant celebrity but as a candid, self-aware woman confronting her past. The Surreal Life, 2004, this VH1 show brought Nielsen renewed fame. Her relationship with rapper Flavor Flav became one of the most memorable reality TV romances of the era. Strange Love, 2005, a spin-off series documenting her and Flavor Flav's relationship. Though unconventional, it revealed a softer, more human side of Nielsen. And she became an unexpected pop culture icon once again. Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, 2008, a courageous step in her public life. Nielsen spoke openly about her struggles with addiction, her family, and her quest for recovery. Her transparency earned widespread respect. 2010s and 2020s. Reinvention and return. Brigitte Nielsen's later career has been defined by introspection and maturity. She focused on wellness, family life, and selective acting roles. Creed 2, 2018, a career-defining comeback. Revisiting her role as Ludmila Drago more than 3 decades later, Nielsen portrayed a mother hardened by loss and regret. Her emotional performance added surprising depth to the rocky legacy and was praised for its subtlety and grace. Adrenaline, The Legacy, 2019, and other European projects kept her presence steady, proving her passion for acting remains intact. She also appeared on various European TV programs, continuing to share insights about aging gracefully, self-care, and the entertainment industry. Personal growth and philosophy. Throughout her life, Brigitte Nielsen has experienced the full spectrum of fame, from Hollywood stardom to personal turmoil and back to self-acceptance. In interviews and her autobiography, You Only Get One Life, 2011, she has spoken about the pressures of celebrity, her battles with addiction, and the importance of self-respect and forgiveness. She has often described herself as a phoenix, constantly reborn from challenges. Her later years are defined by a sense of peace and maturity. She embraces aging with confidence, often sharing motivational messages about resilience and authenticity on social media. Nielsen also continues to advocate for women's empowerment, especially those seeking motherhood or personal renewal later in life. Her decision to have a child at 54 defied conventional norms and encouraged public conversations about fertility, family, and personal choice. Legacy and cultural significance. Brigitte Nielsen stands as one of the few European actresses to leave a lasting mark on both Hollywood and European pop culture. Her image, part Amazonian goddess, part unapologetic survivor, has influenced countless artists and entertainers. She is celebrated for redefining.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.